Driving. Today, the City Council approved a law that gives police the power to tow cars of street racers and race spectators. Mayor Vera Katz asked the council to pass the new law after several deadly accidents resulting from street races. Portland police will give street racing spectators warnings over the next 30 days before starting to tow their cars.
Coming up, two big blows to the world of entertainment. Mr. Television Milton Berle and actor Dudley Moore both pass away today. We have more on their lives spent entertaining the world.
Also fighting his way to safety, a surfing teen narrowly escapes the biting jaws of an attacking shark. Find out what he did to live.
And I'm Chris Murphy here live at PGE Park, where the worst ticket in town is actually for the hottest ticket in town. I'll explain coming up in a live report.
On the weather deck, still under mostly cloudy skies tonight. The high temperature today was 54. The morning low is 38. No rain at the airport, but several areas did pick up some rain. How about tomorrow? Any more chance of precipitation? My forecast tonight's at 10:30.
Earlier today on Good Day Oregon.
That little garage sale you saw on Good Day Oregon yesterday brought in almost $1,000 for Project Ray of Hope.
Yeah, the Good Day Oregon neon sign became so popular it had to be auctioned off.
Why did you want it so bad?
We never watched morning television before 9/11, and since 9/11, we turn you on every morning to start our day.
Watch Good Day Oregon tomorrow.
Hi, Rob.
Oh, hey, Miss Larson.
Nice caravan.
Thanks.
I used to have a van.
I can't believe my dad let you drive the Viper.
Yeah, what got into him?
Dodge Caravan, offering a power sliding door, a power rear hatch, and the kind of room you'll really dig. Grab Dodge's 7/100 powertrain pledge. Ford, GM, and Toyota don't match it.
When life's twists and turns have you spinning out of control.
Traffic is tied up on the interstate as far as
Great. Every day, same old thing.
It's really a mess out there. Remember,
yeah, you don't know what a mess is. If I have to sit here much longer, I'm going to explode.
Take the plunge, because life
just got better, thanks to my Oregon Hot Spring Spa.
Oregon Hot Spring Spas. Share the experience.
What's really the best value? A discount spiral slice supermarket ham or a club store ham? Or, for about 75 cents more per person, the guaranteed quality of a tender, slow-smoked honey-baked ham. Taste tests prove your guests know the right answer, so don't risk your holiday meal. Serve tender honey-baked ham with our famous cracklin' sweet glaze. Only at the Honey Baked Ham stores in Johns Landing, Lloyd Center, Beaverton Town Square, Westfield Shopping Town, Vancouver, and Salem Center. And for Easter in Clackamas and Washington Square.
The Lexus IS 300 E-Shift, Sport Cross, or 5-Speed. Now all with lease payments starting at just $399 per month for 39 months with $2,240 due at signing. See Lexus of Portland, just down the road.
When 5 families compete for one dream house, it's bound to get personal.
I just throw my morals right out the window.
Under one roof.
Friday on KPTV, Oregon's 12. You're watching the 10 o'clock news.
Now to the latest on America's new war. Americans in Italy are being warned about a possible threat against them.
The State Department says U.S. citizens in Venice, Florence, Milan, and Verona could be targeted by extremist groups on Easter Sunday. Also, Secretary of State Colin Powell has designated 3 Middle East groups as terrorist organizations, including the Al-Aqsa Brigades, a Palestinian militia linked to the Fatah faction of Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat. The U.S. envoy in Afghanistan says American troops may be used to help keep the peace among feuding Afghan warlords. The U.S. military is moving communications and computer equipment from a base in Saudi Arabia to nearby Qatar, but defense officials say that doesn't mean they're planning on starting a war with Iraq. And New York prosecutors say a Michigan man collected nearly $273,000 in charitable money after he falsely claimed that his brother was killed in the attacks on the World Trade Center.
After more than 6 months at sea, the USS Theodore Roosevelt is back home in Virginia tonight. The aircraft carrier left on September 16th with 5,500 sailors aboard. It was the first aircraft carrier to deploy after September 11th. Family members waited at the Norfolk Navy base as early as 6 in the morning. few hours later, there were tearful family reunions, kisses, hugs, even a marriage proposal.
This has just been really great to have him home.
We knew we were safe out at sea. We felt pretty secured, but we didn't know what kind of changes were going to be happening here at home.
The sailors' mission included airstrikes against Afghanistan. The ship returned home without any casualties.
No end to the Mideast violence. 19 Israelis killed in a suicide bombing at a Passover meal. A 25-year-old Palestinian man blew himself up in a hotel dining room just as the Israelis were sitting down to a meal starting the Passover holiday. 120 people were wounded. The Islamic militant group Hamas is claiming responsibility.
What we are having tonight is a Passover massacre on one of the most sacred nights to Jewish life.
And the main goal for the Palestinians now to liberate their lands, to return back to their lands, to have their own state with its capital, Jerusalem.
Secretary of State Powell says PLO leader Yasser Arafat must go on television and on radio to tell his people to stop the violence. U.S. Special Envoy Anthony Zinni will remain there to try to help negotiate a ceasefire between both sides.
The Coast Guard rescued a young man on the Oregon coast today after he and his girlfriend spent the night stranded on a cliff. Oliver Park and his fiancée Amy Carlock left a hiking trail yesterday in Tillamook Head and got stranded on the cliff about 300 feet above water. Carlock climbed to safety and called the police, but Park couldn't make it up the cliff. He was okay after the rescue.
After months of controversy, water will flow once again through the head gates of the Klamath Irrigation Project. On Friday, Secretary of Interior Gail Norton will join other dignitaries in reopening the irrigation head gates to farmers. Last summer, Klamath Basin farmers protested when irrigation water was cut off from their crops to help protect endangered fish. The National Academy of Sciences says the shutoff was not scientifically justified. A second chance to get your hands on the hottest ticket in town.
Today, an extra 250 tickets went on sale for the exhibition game Friday between the Seattle Mariners and San Diego Padres at PGE Park. But there's a catch. KPTV's Chris Murphy joins us from the ballpark to explain. Chris?
Kurt and Shawnee, you knew there would be a catch. The catch is those tickets have an obstructed view. Pretty darn obstructed, I must say. But hey, for $15, you're in the ballpark and you get to see the Seattle Mariners play baseball here in Portland for the first time since 1984.
The game sold out for months. Now, an about face.
I don't know if anybody would have been able to forecast exactly how much of a demand there was for this game.
You can have the next person.
Such a demand, an extra 250 tickets put on sale. All the good seats are long gone. The only ones left, those with obstructed views.
Probably the most obstructed is in the corner up here in 211.
PGE Park spokesman Chris Metz and I hike up to see what he calls the worst seats in the park.
The definition of an obstructed view out here is if you can't see either first base, home plate, or the pitcher's mound.
And no view of right field. That means no Ichiro. So who would pay $15 for a seat like this?
Thank you.
Plenty of people. At $15, the cheap seats went faster than a Freddie Garcia fastball.
But if you don't want to get stuck sitting in a seat with an obstructed view, you can still find one of the best seats in the house right here by the field. Only problem is you're going to have to go online and shell out some big bucks.
$25 seats sell for as much as $150 on internet auction sites. The classifieds will also cost you. With a capacity of only 20,000, there's a lot less supply than demand for a game sure to be out of sight.
And there was a bonus for buying those tickets with an obstructed view. Kurt and Shauna, for those $15, you also get 2 free tickets to the first game of the Beavers this year. It's going to be coming up, and everyone's very excited here at PGE Park for the big game this Friday.
You weren't kidding, obstructed view.
Yeah, you can't even...
Big pole right in your face.
I can't believe they put a chair there. It seems...
Well, you know what it is? When they renovated the stadium last year, they built all those boxes there, those luxury boxes. Right. So that created the obstruction.
Aha. Thanks for clearing that up for us.
Thanks, Chris. Well, the same day the Mariners play here, the Blazers will be at L.A. to play the Lakers, but there is no time to think about that right now.
Yeah, San Antonio, the hottest team in the NBA, paid a visit to the Rose Garden tonight. Tim Becker's got our first look at the highlights.
Well, the Blazers had to do this again pretty much without Rasheed Wallace. He wasn't feeling up to it Monday, and tonight played very few minutes, so... Yeah, it was tough. You know, when a team comes to town riding a 13-game winning streak and your best player is able to play only 11 minutes with a sore back, Why, then the deck is stacked against you. But what a chance to erase the memory of that debacle against Memphis on Monday. Former Blazer Steve Smith had a front row seat as Tim Duncan drove the Spurs offense tonight. The quick move past Rashid, who just wasn't himself, and Duncan seemed to know that. He had 16 after one quarter, and Wallace was done for the night. After trailing early, the Blazers catch the Spurs from behind. Damon pushing to Derek Anderson, 48-45, Spurs at halftime. Blazers missed Rashid's outside shooting, but Sean Kemp and the boys have the inside game covered tonight. And when Duncan cools off, Tony Parker picks up the slack for the Spurs. 15 points for the 19-year-old rookie, tied at 82 after 3. Still deadlocked when Bonzi Wells finally puts him over the top right here from long range, 90-87. Bonzi again coming up. He was the man, had 18 of his 24 in the second half, and the Blazers do it. They break the Spurs' 13-game winning streak. 98-93 is the final score. A huge win for Portland. Wells with 24 leading 5, Blazers in double figures, enough to overcome 34 points and 11 rebounds by Tim Duncan, as the Blazers indeed pass the test and go to 44-27. For the season. Next up, a trip to L.A. to play the Lakers that we talked about, that game Friday night. But one other huge note before we go. The Oregon Duck women played for a national championship tonight in the NIT. We'll tell you how they did later in sports.
Got a smile on your face.
Yeah, kind of giving it away.
Yeah, a little
bit.
Cheshire Cat. Coming up, Rod says he's making changes to his Easter weekend outlook, and we might not like them. Details in the Pinpoint forecast.
Also a big week for Lord of the Ring fans. We'll show you some scenes from the new movie, The Two Towers, just ahead.
Plus, losing your driver's license, well, it can be devastating. This company says it can solve that problem with an international permit. What is it? Well, beware, it's not all it seems. I-Team 12 investigates.
Tomorrow night at 10, just a little more than 2 weeks till April 15th. Did it sneak up on you once again? A look at what you can do to make tax time a little less painful tomorrow on the 10 o'clock news.
You're at a stoplight. You're making a turn. You're pulling into traffic. There are a lot of reasons every 2002 Saturn L Series comes standard with head curtain airbags. Those are just a few. The Saturn L Series.
Get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months on a 2002 L200. For restrictions, see your retailer.
The following message is brought to you by the Nighthawk Alarm Kids.
Hey, Lex. Yeah, Austin. Did you know all the big alarm companies are located thousands of miles away? Really? And not only that, when the alarm goes off, it rings in another state. I know I'm only a little kid, but that's crazy. I quite agree with you.
Call us today at 1-888-234-HAWK. Ask about our free installation special, Nighthawk Alarm.
2 Hollywood legends pass away, Dudley Moore and Mr. Television himself, Milton Berle. A look at their legacies coming up on the 10 o'clock news.
Here in the Northwest, there's such an awareness of the benefits of being healthy. That's why I love to shop at Hagen. They understand that good health is a fundamental fact of life, so they stock all this fresh produce delivered daily. Good health also means taking care of yourself, and Hagen's friendly pharmacists are here to help you do exactly that 7 days a week.
You ready for your workout, Graham?
Sure. Not again. Okay.
Tonight's weather report on the 10 o'clock news is brought to you by Acura. Experience the performance today at your local Acura dealer.
All right, let's see here. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. A real fixer-upper for artistic creative types. Formal dining room, a sweeping staircase. Oh, honey, a fireplace. Doesn't that sound fabulous?
Honey, what do you think?
We'll take it.
The new 6-speed Acura CL Type S.
Welcome back. You may have gotten this in your email, an offer for you to get an international driver's license and get around any problems you may have on your driving record.
I've seen those things. Watch out, though. I-Team 12 found this international license may steer you straight into trouble. iTeam 12's Carrie Tomlinson is here with the story. Carrie?
Well, the email makes it sound like the United Nations gives them the authority to issue you a license so you can drive anywhere you want. If your license is in trouble, that could seem like a great idea. But it turns out this is only a good idea for the people who are trying to get your money.
For some drivers, this international driver's license sounds like a chance to get back on the road.
It can never be suspended, avoid tickets, fines, and mandatory school.
Shane Goad is one of those drivers.
Kind of fell behind.
His license is suspended for not paying tickets and driving uninsured.
So I was kind of looking to alternatives rather than paying a few $1,000s to get my license back.
The cost, they told him, $375. But is it legal?
554. Sir, how are you?
The Oregon DMV says you need an Oregon driver's license.
The title of the car, right over here on this side. There you go.
If you live here and drive here.
Okay. 557. Hey, do you have an Oregon driver's license?
An international license will not fly.
No.
According to DMV spokesperson David House.
So yeah, somebody is profiteering on a scam.
What about the claims of getting a new license through this email?
No, that's not true. Not true at all. No.
Claims you can avoid tickets and fines.
Yeah, it's pretty scary if they're saying that because it's not true. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Claims you can drive freely throughout the world.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
I would say this is totally useless, and depending on how you try to use it, can get you in more trouble.
The Oregon State Patrol says if they pull you over and you show an international license instead of your state license, they could ticket you, tow your car, or in some cases, send you to jail.
I don't think government agencies or law enforcement would be confused by this, but I think drivers receiving this email could be taken in.
Okay, on 3. Look this way.
There is a legal document called an international driving permit.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
But you can only get one here at AAA.
And how much do they cost? They cost $10.
Or at one other nonprofit group, the American Automobile Touring Alliance.
This is the international driver's permit. We put the date that it's issued on the front here.
AAA says the permit simply translates your current driver's license into other languages in case you need to show your license overseas.
They had said it's best to carry it because when you go to rent a car, sometimes in foreign countries they require this particular document. So.
But can you use this international permit by itself if you don't have a license at all?
Now, this is a permit that works with your U.S. license. They work together. You have to have your U.S. license to work with it.
So why should you buy? You may not get many answers here. The people behind this scheme did not return our calls.
I'm the one who likes to go out and look into things.
Luckily, Shane looked into this before he sent money.
And then I asked them if they could mail me some information on it, and they said, we can't mail anything to you until you pay us.
That was enough. He now says he'll walk or take the bus.
How can we help you? Tags, right?
Until he can get a real license the right way.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
558.
Now, law enforcement agencies are cracking down on some of these email operators and these website operators that are selling this stuff, some in New Jersey and some in California. But still, you will see a lot of websites trying to sell you these international permits for hundreds of dollars. Now, remember, how can you tell if it's one of the international permits that you can get from AAA that's legitimate and one of these other ones? Well, the real ones cost only $10. Right. So if you get an email and you call and they say, well, it's $250 or $300, you can say, hey, I know I can get one for real. It's only 10.
And these don't serve as driver's licenses here in Oregon anyway, right? I mean, you're looking at this, hide your identity, avoid tickets and fines, but this isn't going to help you.
Correct.
Period.
Correct. And now Interpol is putting out warnings, so law enforcement agencies around the world are becoming very aware of this. So you get pulled over and you whip out your little international driver's permit.
But you spent $350.
Which is worthless. It's just a piece of paper.
They're going to haul you off, and you're going to be in big trouble.
Wow. Good information.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carrie. Hey, if you have a story for Carrie, iTeam 12, give us a call at 503-736-0412 or drop us an email at iTeam12@kptv.com.
The government says nearly 16 million people with a condition known as pre-diabetes should be tested so they can take steps to prevent full-blown diabetes. Health and Human Services Secretary Tommy Thompson says you can do something about it before it becomes full-blown. He says diet and exercise can at least delay, if not completely prevent, type 2 diabetes from striking.
In the last 3 decades alone, the number of people with diabetes has tripled. And today we have new numbers that show an estimated 17 million Americans now have diabetes. 17 million Americans. That to me is an extremely troubling matter. But what is equally troubling is that nearly an equal amount of people are on the verge of diabetes and will likely have this disease within 10 years if we do not do something about it now.
Now, the guidelines recommend that everyone 45 or older, particularly those who are overweight, should consider getting tested. And they say doctors should consider testing younger adults if they are significantly overweight and have another risk, such as a diabetic relative or bad cholesterol. Well, tonight we'd like to know, have you ever been tested for diabetes? That's our 12 Talkback online poll. Log on to our website, Oregons12.tv, and see results tomorrow on the 10 o'clock news.
Rodney's in now with a look at our Easter forecast maybe coming up, and will it be bonnet weather or rain gear weather?
Rain bonnet or Easter bonnet?
For you, I'm sure bonnet weather, big guy. Hey, remember going back to last week, we've talked about the fact that this forecast keeps flip-flopping.
Yeah.
You like that, wouldn't you?
I do. I'm just envisioning Kurt in a bonnet right now, an Easter bonnet. Go ahead and talk about the weather.
I'm going to show you a forecast that...
I don't know why I sit here and take this. I'm stuck between both of you.
Just pay attention to me, please. I'm going to show you a forecast that has the possibility of some rain going into the weekend, but one computer model still says it'll be sunny and 65, so the jury's still really out.
Okay.
Except for how lovely you would look in a bonnet. All right, take a look at the flow affecting us. And the reason for this forecast that keeps changing is the flow coming around this big upper level high. At times, the models are showing this flow eventually pushing up to the north, leaving us alone. We would get sunshine and really start to warm up. But boy, now some of the models are showing this just continually streaming in on us. This is the flow that produced the cloudy skies, and for some of us, some rain today. By the way, you're looking at a split flow, one flow up here, and then a flow being wrapped up into West Texas from around that low. I'll zoom you in and show you a closer satellite picture and take a look at what's coming our way. Here's that flow moving in on us. And right in here, you can see a bit of some highlighted cloudiness. That's ahead of another front. There are several fronts embedded in this flow. Generally, the fronts are coming across Washington State, staying to our north and moving off. But as this comes in tomorrow, it produces the possibility that once again, some of us will see some rain. This is our microcast rain potential in green through tomorrow. It's showing you who could get some rain and who has no chance of rain according to the computer. It's printing out the possibility tomorrow of Astoria, 0.05, up in Kelso, maybe a quarter of an inch. We saw that much in Tillamook today, and it really made you folks have a chilly afternoon. It does produce the possibility of a 1/10 of an inch of rain in Portland. Notice south of Portland, nothing. And like today, the better chance of getting some sunshine south of Portland, and what looks to be the only realistic chance for any rain at all from Portland northward. Highs today, 54 in Portland, John Day 54, Baker City 49, Newport was 50 degrees. I mentioned the rain that Tillamook picked up, and there's their high temperature today, only 49, the same up in Seaside. On the chilly side, Vancouver today 54. Now, the forecast check, my forecast was far from perfect today. It was one of those forecasts kind of on the line. I said becoming partly cloudy. We talked about more cloudiness north, more sunshine south. And that was correct. The high today, I said 55, the low 40, and the actuals were 54 and 38. Outside right now, we have mostly cloudy skies, generally speaking. 46 is our temperature. Dew point is at 36, barometers on the rise, and the winds are west at 8 miles per hour. Pretty quiet across the country. And I want you to notice the East Coast. Remember, they've had snowy weather the last several days up in New England. Last night, big thunder boomers up and down the East Coast. That has finally cleared out. And really much of the country pretty quiet, just some light stuff for the most part. Rain moving across the Dakotas tonight. 52 in the nation's capital today, 67 degrees in Denver, 59 degrees in Salt Lake City, 46 was the high temperature up in Seattle, was 83 down in Phoenix. Forecast on the Oregon coast for tomorrow, mostly sunny down south. North Bend, 59 degrees. Then we start to see more in the way of clouds, and there's that possibility of rain on the north coast tomorrow. Tillamook, your high temperature tomorrow, 55 degrees. Small craft advisory near shore, winds northwest at 10 knots. In the valley, again, there's that chance of rain north, more sunshine to the south. Corvallis, 59. Salem tomorrow, 58 degrees. Kelso, 54. Some showers up in the high country. Snow level 6,500 feet, so no problems traveling. Government camp will be up to about 45 tomorrow. Dry and mostly sunny in Central Oregon. Redmond 57, Bend tomorrow 55 degrees. Winds will be from the south. John Day, mostly sunny. Burns, partly sunny. Winds will be west 5 to 20 miles per hour. And farther off to the east, the Grand 51. Look for gusty winds in Pendleton. In fact, some blowing dust could be a problem in the afternoon. Your high at 58. And near the Dalles, winds shooting out the east of the gorge up to about 30 miles per hour. You could see some blowing dust as well. Chance of showers mainly on the west side of Hood River. Pinpoint numbers, cloudy in the morning, 40 degrees. And I'll say for Portland, mostly cloudy like today, 50 at noon, 54 at 5 p.m. Winds not a factor in that chance of rain, especially Columbia River northward. 7-day numbers. Now, remember I mentioned one computer model still showing mid-60s this weekend and sunshine. I'm now producing what would be the worst-case scenario, a sunnier day on Friday, and then an ongoing chance of showers developing Saturday afternoon. Some spotty showers possible on Sunday with a high of only 55. Of course, Easter Sunday. And again, sunrise is, I wrote that down. Where did I write it at? 5:53 a.m. And then Monday and Tuesday starting off to be sunny next week. But it looks like, worst case scenario, if you're thinking about Easter services early Sunday morning, it would be some spotty light showers and really not enough to make anybody think that they live anywhere else but here in the Northwest.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Fans of Raggedy Ann are thrilled.
Yep, the red-headed rag doll is one of 2 new toys that were added to the National Toy Hall of Fame today. Raggedy Ann joins classics like Mr. Potato Head, the Hula Hoop, and Silly Putty. But it's taken her a long time to get there because of tough competition and limited space. Raggedy Ann has been rejected 4 times by the panel. This year there were 90 nominees, and fans say she's a fitting choice after September 11th because people are looking for something cuddly and comforting. Also selected today, the Jigsaw puzzle. Coming up, readings from the stars.
A big event for Star Trek fans tonight in Portland. Several authors from the Trek universe read to local fans just ahead.
Also, a teen punches his way out of a potentially deadly shark attack when the 10 o'clock news returns.
Toyota's nationwide spring event is here, and that's a good thing. With incredible values on our great lineup of 18 models, like our stylish new cars. Now get huge savings on the Toyota Sienna, as in 0.9% financing. Or take $750 customer cash on the minivan named Best Compact Van in initial quality. Sienna savings are definitely a good thing. Hurry, see your Toyota dealer. Get to Toyota's nationwide spring event.
Know how many benefits there are to quitting smoking? Just use your imagination.
Big news for fans of Lord of the Rings. Find out why there will be 2 different versions of the movie on DVD and get a sneak peek at scenes from the 2 towers coming up.
Hey, Carl, Blockbuster's giving out rewards.
Ray, people only reward animals that do tricks, please.
Well, it's been a few years. I get my reward now? Oh, jeez.
You're dangerously close, Ray.
Yeehaw! What about now, Carl?
With Blockbuster Rewards, you get free rentals. And the more movies and games you rent, the more you get free. And now you even get free DVDs. So join Blockbuster Rewards today.
Oh, what about now?
Make it a Blockbuster night.
In each of us, there is a dancer. A poet. A photographer. A singer. For the music in you, King FM 102.
Now held over by popular demand, the Chrysler Great American Getaway. Your chance to get away with great offers on our award-winning lineup, like our 7-year, 100,000-mile engine and transmission powertrain pledge. Cash allowances up to $2,500 or 0% financing on select minivans. GM, Ford, and Toyota don't give you all that. So hurry. For great products, great protection, and great value. That's the Chrysler Advantage.
A teenager is recovering tonight after a shark attacked him off the coast of Hawaii.
17-year-old Hoku Aki was body surfing when a shark got a hold of his leg. The teen then fought the fight of his life, punching and kicking, doing all he could to break free. For a moment during the struggle, Hoku thought he was going to die, but then he got the upper hand.
Somehow I just found strength, and I just grabbed the shark's eye and I pulled it out. And I just came up out of the water. Probably was like a good minute I was under the water. And then just yelling for help the whole time, and I just paddled into shore.
Hoku did lose his left foot in the struggle. The beach remains closed tonight. Experts say the attack happened in dirty water, and those conditions often attract sharks.
In other news from America tonight, talk about a scary landing. Icy conditions made for some tense moments at the Erie International Airport last night. More than 100 passengers were on board this chartered jet when it hit an icy patch on the runway and spun out of control. The two-engine plane slid about 140 feet off the runway, but there were no reports of injuries.
A speedy delivery lands a mother in jail. 27-year-old Shelley Forrest was headed to the hospital when she started having contractions that forced her to pull over. The nearest choice, the Boulder County Jail. You see, their deputies ran to the car to help. By the time they got there, little Nicole Angela Calvo had already arrived. Jail workers finished the delivery. As you see in the jail's garage, both mother and baby are doing fine.
Sweetie, you were born in a jail. I'll explain later. A Chinese panda bear learns a hard lesson about love. Officials at the National Zoo say when 265-pound Tian Tian unexpectedly tried to mate with Mei Shang, the female ran up a tree to get away from him. Mei Shang wasn't harmed in the roughhousing, but zookeepers are worried if Tian Tian doesn't control his emotions, his potential mate could be in danger.
You know, she ran up the tree. She stayed there for 36 hours. No kidding.
She really doesn't like the guy.
Talk about a headache. Coming up, two of the entertainment world's biggest names have died.
That's right. Movie actor and musician Dudley Moore has passed away.
And Mr. Television Milton Berle died this afternoon. A look at both of their accomplished lives coming up.
And now it's time for tonight's winning lottery number, starting with Oregon Megabucks 3, 12, 27, 30, 31, 33. Win for life 21, 44, 62, 64.
The Washington Lotto 4, 7, 28, 32, 43, and 46. The Daily Game 587.
And tonight's Powerball jackpot, an estimated $48 million, 15, 35, 40, 43, 46. The Powerball is 33. The Power Play number is 3. Good luck.
They are one of a kind.
It's extraordinary.
But one to beware.
We know almost nothing about these creatures.
Because the question remains.
It's Torres and the robot.
Are they friend or foe?
Fire.
On the next Star Trek voyage.
Tonight at 11 on KPTV, Oregon's 12.
The wind howls because it can't keep up. The Audi A4 with Quattro all-wheel drive.
Ready? The first rule of shopping is, girl, you gotta be smart. You know, save money and look good doing it. You want great style? You want the Payless Easter sale. Fabulous. Tailored wedges, dress shoes with handbags to match. Even leather. Shoes so comfy you can wear them all day. And your feet will still be happy. So go for what you love. Look smart, Payless.
Johnson steps out of the batter's box and calls time. We've all seen this ritual before. X is bat. Now's the... He could be here a while. He steps in, and he's called time again.
The Time Cutter Z from Toro. So maneuverable, you can cut your lawn in half the time it takes with other mowers. So you won't miss out on the things you enjoy.
The beauty of the game, folks. There's no time limit.
Another smart idea from Toro.
On Wall Street, the Dow closed up 73 points to close at 10,426. The Nasdaq's up 2.5 at 1826. The 10 o'clock news continues in a moment.
One visit and you'll be convinced.
Choosing to buy furniture and mattresses anywhere else is like choosing to pay higher prices.
United Furniture Warehouse.
What's really the best value? A discount spiral slice supermarket ham or a club store ham? Or, for about 75 cents more per person, the guaranteed quality of a tender, slow-smoked honey-baked ham. Taste tests prove your guests know the right answer, so don't risk your holiday meal. Serve tender honey-baked ham with our famous cracklin' sweet glaze. Only at the Honey Baked Ham stores in Johns Landing, Lloyd Center, Beaverton Town Square, Westfield Shopping Town, Vancouver, and Salem Center. And for Easter in Clackamas and Washington Square.
Get ready, because there's still time to gear up and get out at your Jeep dealer, where you'll find newly extended offers on our award-winning 4x4s. And if you hurry, get Jeep's exclusive 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain pledge on engines and transmissions. Plus cash allowances up to $2,500 or 0% financing on select Grand Cherokees. So gear up and get out with great products, great protection, and great values. That's the Jeep promise. Check one out at your Jeep dealer.
Warehouse shopping means you save money. The same furniture and mattresses found in other furniture and department stores, but at low warehouse prices.
United Furniture Warehouse.
You are in very big trouble.
Normie's in for the audit of his life.
This meeting is over.
Next time on Cheers.
Stud.
Tonight on KPTV, Oregon's 12.
The entertainment world has lost two men who made us laugh for years. Dudley Moore passed away today, and then hours later it was announced that Milton Berle died.
The cigar-smoking, cross-dressing legend of comedy and television died at his L.A. home this afternoon after a long illness. Sherry Sylvester looks back at Berle's life.
He was known simply as Mr. Television, but his debut came in film opposite Charlie Chaplin in Tilly's Punctured Romance.
That was me with Chaplin in the picture, where he slapped me. Never got a chance to slap him back, though.
Milton Berle's career spanned over 80 years and sold more TV sets than any ad ever did, at a time when Americans were just discovering the piece of talking furniture known as television. Milton Berle mastered it.
All I did was to transfer my boardable show and put a camera in front of it.
Please don't call me between 8 and 9, because tonight is Tuesday, and you know what that means. That's right, Uncle Milty's on again.
Uncle Milty was a network mainstay for nearly 20 years. The Texaco Star Theater established Berle in what would become legendary skits, often with the comedian in skirts.
Me, Berle, wear a gown? You must be kidding.
And, of course, there was makeup. Makeup!
The Texaco show was a live show. They got what they saw what they got. As they made a blooper, you couldn't take it over.
His guests included some of the biggest stars of the day, from Lewis and Martin to Peter Lorre.
You remember the old Berle, don't you?
I do.
Yeah?
It's the only thing that ever frightened me.
To Elvis Presley.
He didn't just enter, he burst on stage like a crazy animal right out of a cage. And you couldn't take your eyes off him. And when he was in the scene with other people, you watched Milton.
Berle also made several movies throughout his career. Among them, It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. In Broadway Danny Rose, he played himself.
2 days later, Danny runs into Milton Berle on Broadway.
Also to his credit, some 400 published songs. He could even carry a tune.
Quite a hectic career every year. Brought a smile and a tear.
And he could cut the rug. Whatever the moves, the purpose was comedy.
I think laughter is very, very imperative, and that's an important part of my life, of making people laugh so they can forget their problems. Or I don't care if it's for a minute or 2 or 5 minutes. It takes away the stress and the pressure. A good laugh is better than anything.
Berle continued getting laughs in his later years, often in guest spots on TV shows.
Move that check.
His 90th birthday was cause for celebration with parties on both coasts. President Clinton attended in New York. In Los Angeles, Bob Hope. Recognition for his achievements came from fellow comedians at Comic Relief and from the Television Academy, which honored Burl in 1998 along with Sid Caesar. Their backstage repartee was vintage Burl.
There's only one of a kind, and he's only one of a kind.
Very nice.
Now, what do you think about me?
You're one of a kind, Milton.
Thanks. I know the kind you mean. This has been a
And he was one of a kind. Well, Hollywood star Dudley Moore also died today. He first became known as the man with a midlife crisis who became obsessed with a gorgeous younger woman in 10. 2 years later, he played the rich drunk millionaire in Arthur, for which he was nominated for an Academy Award. His co-star in Arthur was actress Liza Minnelli. She spoke to him just a few days ago, calling him a dear friend, and remembered what it was like to be on the set with him.
When we were making Arthur, you know, like we'd do a take, and I would start to laugh because he'd improvise something outrageous, you know, or I would do something and he'd howl. We'd have to stop. So we'd do it again, and then one of the crew would laugh. So we'd do it again, and the prop man would laugh. We did like 20 takes. But he gave so much joy to the world. I mean, people quote his lines from Arthur. They quote them to me. I loved him so much, I can't tell you.
Dudley Moore died at his home in Plainfield, New Jersey. He died of pneumonia as a complication of a rare brain disorder similar to Parkinson's disease. Dudley Moore was 66.
Well, the brains behind Star Trek were in Portland tonight. 6 of the most prominent authors of the Star Trek series were at Barnes & Noble, where they signed autographs and mingled with fellow sci-fi enthusiasts. Many of the authors wrote their own novels in addition to, or write their own novels in addition to the Star Trek series. They say the Star Trek novels present special challenges.
It's a lot harder to write a Star Trek novel than it is one of my own novels, because you have to make sure that you have the voices right and all the characters right.
The Star Trek novels follow the crews of the Starfleet Federation as they encounter adventures in outer space.
The sequel to the Lord of the Rings movie isn't out in theaters until November, but starting Friday, you'll already be able to get a sneak preview. A 3.5-minute trailer for The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, will be shown following The Fellowship of the Rings, which is still in theaters. New Line Cinema is hoping Lord of the Rings addicts will sit through the 3-hour movie they've already seen in order to see the 3.5-minute trailer. Meanwhile, the stars of the movies turned out for the DVD release party for The Fellowship. It will be released August 6th, but a collector's edition DVD will be released November 12th. That set will have an extended version of the movie. So much new and frightening footage, they say the longer version will be rated R.
Some juicy stuff in that one,
Figured out how to get you back in the theater.
Yeah, really. Up next, Rod has a final look at the morning forecast.
And in sports, the Oregon women bring home a national championship tonight. Tim Becker shows us how when he comes back.
Get the gold ball.
Nissan Xterra. It's everything you need and nothing you don't. Now get low 3.9% financing plus special bonus cash. It's time you had the best. The best I ever had. Nissan. Driven.
It's a new dawn in America. Things are different now. And there is a group of people going to work, building America every day. Men and women who symbolize the best America has to offer. Over 80% of America's construction trades are merit contractors, individuals who believe in freedom and free enterprise. Building America in this new dawn has new meaning, and the Associated Builders and Contractors are proud to help lead the way.
Hey, pretty boy, what's your name? You're just making me go insane. I see you standing there, don't know what to do, 'cause I just wanna be with you. Hey, I'm gonna be your girl. Hey, I'm gonna be your girl. Hey, I'm gonna be your girl. And now you're gonna be my guy. And now you're gonna be my guy. And now you're gonna be my guy.
Hi, we're Mike and Amy from 99.5 KWJJ.
You know, it's kind of a pain having all this money everywhere.
I know. How about this week we give away 20 grand.
All right, here's what you do. Listen to 99.5 KWJJ tomorrow morning at 7:20.
We'll announce the birthday in this envelope.
And if it matches yours, you could win
$20,000.
Somebody's going to win 20 grand tomorrow morning, 7:20 on 99.5 KWJJ.
That's right, Mr. Announcer Pants.
Tomorrow morning on 99.5 KWJJ.
And now here comes team owner Terry Bradshaw and driver Kerry Earnhardt racing for their new sponsor, Supercut.
Man, those Supercuts guys are good. Supercuts. Racing never looks so good.
Race into Supercuts today for a crowd-pleasing haircut at a wallet-pleasing price. Supercuts, as hip as you want to be.
Tonight's sports report on the 10 o'clock news is brought to you by your local Northwest Chrysler dealers.
Seduction can take many forms. Feast your eyes on the newest. Chrysler PT Cruiser. Equipped with plenty of enticing standard features like air conditioning, power windows, and up to 13 seating configurations. And now you can get all this for under $16,900. Sounds pretty tempting, huh? Chrysler PT Cruiser. It's waiting. Get 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain protection on any new Chrysler PT Cruiser.
Now sports with Tim Becker.
Well, the Oregon Ducks have a national championship after all. Tonight, a thrilling finish as the women's basketball team corrals the NIT trophy on their home court against Houston. What a way to start for first-year coach Bev Smith, whose Ducks trailed early in the game. But Andrea Bill's going to cap a 10-0 Oregon run to put them in front 17-15. Even Steven after that. Houston's Angela Curl, coach's daughter, nails a three. That tied at 27 all at the break. Early second half, Cougars on an 8-0 run. Pushed the lead to 8 there, but Oregon climbs back in it. Catherine Crayveld cuts the lead to 1. She had 15 points. Then Jamie Craighead for 3 gives the Ducks a 51-50 lead. It comes down to this, tied 52 all. Time is running out. Crayveld going to hit the driving layup. Houston couldn't do anything as time ticks away, and that is how it ends right there, the buzzer. A 54-52 win, and the Ducks have another piece of hardware for their trophy case.
I haven't won a national championship, and so this is a great way to begin a new transition, and I just want to thank my coaching staff, the University of Oregon Athletic Department, and these wonderful people here in Eugene.
Congratulations to the Oregon women. Hey, former Blazer Jermaine O'Neal is finding out just how costly it can be to lose your temper. Today, the NBA suspended him without pay for 2 games and fined him $10,000 for throwing punches last night at Detroit's Corliss Williamson. Williamson was fined $5,000 for throwing the ball at O'Neal. An uphill battle for the Blazers hosting San Antonio. Tim Duncan hammered him for 34 points, and back pain sidelined Rasheed Wallace after 1 quarter. But somehow the Blazers found a way. Dale Davis slamming the timing toss from Bonzi Wells. Bonzi lit up the Garden with rainbow jumpers. 24 points to bring it home at the finish. 98-93. That's a wrap on the Spurs' 13-game winning streak.
Hustle plays, you don't count that in those books. Those not in your hustle plays are not in the record books anymore. It's just all out hustle, and I think that's what we did tonight.
Some focus lapses and just a bad game.
Well, hey, more good news for the Blazers and their fans as L.A. falls tonight in Phoenix. The Suns, led by an inspired Sean Marion, who slams them into the 5-point fourth quarter lead. Then the old man, Dan Marley, for 3. 107-96 Suns. Marion had 32 points. Stephon Marbury, 26. Marbury to Marion. The one-hand alley-oop. Suns beat L.A. 118-106. The Lakers' 3rd loss in 6 games. Hey, with the success of the Oregon men's team, it was just a matter of time before someone benefited. Today, Ducks assistant Greg Graham landed the head coaching job at Boise State. Graham was the top assistant on Ernie Kent's staff. Some national recognition for Wilson High School's Chris Rogers. The 6'4 senior has been named to this year's Parade All-America squad as a 3rd-teamer. The list includes 40 athletes from 26 states, Texas leading the way
with 5 players. Little auto racing news today. Richard Petty the King selected to be the first inductee to the Automotive Hall of Fame later this year. Petty won 7 NASCAR titles and an untouchable 200 races. You know, Petty's done a lot in his life, but never anything like this. More than just skydiving, this is the newest in extreme sporting events. Sort of a speed shooting slalom competition held this week in Utah. Athletes call it swooping. See, they've got to negotiate a series of gates on a ski hill called air blades, sailing inches above the ground at about 90 miles an hour. That's just cool looking stuff. Miss a gate and it's all over. Touch the ground and of course it's all over. Hit a tree, it would definitely be all over too. But yeah, just some spectacular pictures. They come up with something new.
That is awesome.
Permutation of all these sports.
And the pink smoke coming out of his foot wasn't bad either.
It was pretty, wasn't it?
Yeah, thanks.
That was cool.
That was
Really? I want to see it again, maybe tomorrow night.
Makes weather seem a little boring. When you get up in the morning, it'll be cloudy, it'll be 40 degrees, sunrise at 5:58. Try to do something exciting tomorrow to make things...
A stopped clock makes weather seem boring.
Oh, my gosh. See you tomorrow,
We'll see you tomorrow.
everybody.
Good night.
The Civic from Honda. It figures.
Okay, pick a number between 1 and 10.
2.9.
That's a number and then part of a number.
Get special APR financing as low as 2.9% for 36 months on 2002 Civics.
The one word I would use to describe my Windermere agent would be honest. Because what she did, besides taking me everywhere to look at everything, you know, I'd have to add another word here. Knowledgeable. Anyway, she pointed out the good things and the not so good things. That way I could make my decision with my eyes wide open. So, honest, knowledgeable, and funny. I have to add funny.
What, you don't do custom tattoos?
I didn't say that. I just don't think it's ethical.
Look, pal, all I want is a little green valley with the words Foster Farms on it. Okay, give me one of these.
Look at this stupid dog breathing fire. That's a mongoose. Look.
Oh, yeah. The right choices make all the difference.
Meyer and Frank.
In 2 days, one man's remarkable journey will begin. Dennis Quaid.
Dad, bring the heat. Oh, my God!
The Rookie, rated G, starts in 2 days.
Hi, we're Mike and Amy from 99.5 KWJJ.
You know, it's kind of a pain having all this money everywhere.
I know. How about this week we give away 20 grand?
All right, here's what you do. Listen to 99.5 KWJJ tomorrow morning at 7:20.
We'll announce the birthday in this envelope.
And if it matches yours, you could win
$20,000.
Somebody's going to win 20 grand tomorrow morning, 7:20 on 99.5 KWJJ.
That's right, Mr. Announcer Pants.
Tomorrow morning on 99.5 KWJJ.
Toyota's nationwide spring event. Incredible values, great selection. If you drive, it's a very good thing.